You know, life has a very strange way of teaching us lessons. When you are successful, everyone wants to be around you. They smile, they call you brother, sister, friend. But deep inside, not everyone clapping for you is truly happy for you. Some are just waiting for the right time to pull you down. This is the reality we don't want to accept, but it's the truth. No one is truly your friend unless life has tested them, unless you have seen them stand beside you in your darkest nights without expecting anything in return. When you have nothing, your phone is silent. When you have something, it never stops ringing. People will come close to you when they see opportunity in you. They'll share their smiles, their laughter, and their stories. But the moment you are no longer useful to them, they disappear like they never existed. And this is where you need to be careful. Never confuse being surrounded by people with being loved. You can be in a room full of hundreds and still be alone. I've learned one thing from life and business: trust is the most expensive thing in the world. It takes years to build, but one wrong person can destroy it in seconds. So be smart, watch people's actions, not just their words. A real friend will never compete with you in a way that wants to see you lose. They will push you forward, not pull you back. Fake friends will smile when you succeed, but their hearts will burn. They will say, "I'm so happy for you," but deep inside they're asking, "Why not me?" If you want to protect yourself, stop giving your trust for free. Don't share your dreams with everyone. Some people don't want to see you win, not because they hate you, but because your success reminds them of their failures. You can love people, you can respect them, but never hand them the keys to your heart and mind without testing them. Life is not a movie. Betrayal is real, and it usually comes from the people you least expect. Be polite, be kind, but also be aware. The world is not as innocent as we think. Not every smile is pure, not every hug is warm. Some hugs are just a way to feel the spot where they can stab you later. Protect your vision, protect your heart. Learn to walk alone if necessary, because walking alone with peace is better than walking with a crowd that's secretly pushing you toward failure. True friendship is rare. If you find even one person in your lifetime who stands with you when you have nothing, who protects your name when you're not there to defend yourself, keep them close. But until then, remember, no one is your friend until life has proven it. Be careful, be wise, and never forget, in this world, you have to be your own strongest protector. Let me tell you something that life will eventually teach you the hard way. Not everyone smiling at you is your friend. This is one of the most painful truths to accept, but once you do, you will save yourself from a lot of heartbreak. People can put on the brightest smile, the warmest tone, and the sweetest words, yet deep inside, their heart may be cold, calculating, or even envious. I've learned in business and in life that appearance can be the greatest disguise for true intentions. When you succeed, you will suddenly see a flood of smiles around you. People you haven't spoken to in years will suddenly message you. Strangers will treat you like family, and you might feel flattered. Look, everyone is happy for me, but you have to stop and think, are they really happy for you, or are they simply happy about what they can get from you? It's a tough question, but the answer will change how you see the world. Smiles can be masks. They can hide jealousy. They can hide competition. They can hide a silent wish for your failure. There are people who will act like your biggest supporters in public, but secretly hope you stumble, because your success shines a light on what they have failed to do, and that light makes them uncomfortable. Instead of working on themselves, they try to dim yours. This is why you cannot take every smile as a sign of loyalty. In my journey, I've seen it again and again. When you are struggling, your circle becomes very small, but the moment you start to rise, suddenly everyone wants to be part of your story. The truth is, many of those people were never cheering for you. They were waiting for their turn to benefit. If your value disappears, their friendship disappears too. This is not real friendship. It's opportunism dressed up with politeness. So what do? You learn to watch actions, not just expressions. Real friends don't just smile when you succeed. They stand beside you when you fail. They don't disappear when you have nothing to offer. They bring something to the table when you are empty-handed. Fake friends will only be around when the road is smooth, but real friends will walk with you even when the road is broken and dark. The next time someone smiles at you, don't rush to trust. Let time test them. Let life test them. Watch how they act when you are struggling. Do they still call? Do they still care? Do they still show up when there's nothing in it for them? That's when you will know who your friends truly are. And here's the most important thing. Don't let this truth make you bitter. Let it make you wiser. You don't need to hate those who pretend. You just need to stop giving them a place in your heart. Not everyone deserves to know your plans, your struggles, or your dreams. Protect your inner circle. Keep it small, but make it strong. Remember, the world is full of smiles, but not all of them are genuine. Some are real, some are fake, and some are simply rehearsed to get what they want. Learn the difference, and you'll save yourself from being fooled. Because in the end, success is not just about reaching your goals, it's also about keeping your heart safe while you get there. Your value attracts people, not always your personality. And this is something most people only realize after life has taught them a few painful lessons. You see, we grow up believing that if we're nice, kind, and friendly, people will stay in our lives. We think that our good heart will win them over, but the reality is different. In the real world, many people are not drawn to you. They are drawn to what you bring. They don't see you as a person. They see you as an opportunity. When you have skills, money, influence, or a bright future, you suddenly become important in the eyes of others. They start calling you brother or sister. They act like they've always believed in you, but pay close attention. Were they there when you were nothing? Did they cheer for you when you were struggling? Or did they only appear when things started looking good? This is the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't care about the journey. They care about the destination. And only if they can get a ride with you. In business, I've seen it countless times. When a company is small, very few people are interested. But the moment it becomes successful, investors, partners, and so-called friends appear out of nowhere. And here's the irony. Many of them had the chance to support you earlier, but they didn't. Why? Because they didn't see value. Now that you've created value, they see a reason to stand beside you. But don't mistake presence for loyalty. Being surrounded by people doesn't mean you're loved. It means you're useful, and usefulness can expire. The moment your value drops, watch how quickly some people will vanish. They won't answer your calls. They won't even acknowledge your existence. They didn't love you. They loved what you provided. So what's the lesson? You must learn to separate the people who love you for who you are from those who are attracted to your value. And the easiest way to do this is to watch who is there when you have nothing. Because when you're empty-handed, the opportunists will disappear, but the genuine ones will stay. Those are the people worth keeping. Another thing, never let this truth make you afraid to create value. Build yourself, grow your skills, achieve success, but just be aware of human nature. Enjoy people's company, but understand why they're there. Don't give your trust too quickly. Let time reveal intentions. The reality is, in this world, value talks louder than personality. And while you can't change how people think, you can protect yourself by being wise. Remember, success will always attract attention. But it's your job to decide which attention deserves a place in your life. Trust is the most expensive gift you can give. And once you understand this, you will never hand it out carelessly again. You see, money lost can be earned back. Opportunities missed can come again. But trust, once broken, is almost impossible to rebuild. That's why I call it the most valuable currency in human relationships. And yet, so many people give it away for free without thinking, only to be left betrayed and broken. When you trust someone, you're handing them the keys to your heart, your secrets, your weaknesses. You're giving them the power to protect you or to destroy you. That's why trust should be earned, not gifted. Too many of us assume that a few nice words or a little kindness means someone is worthy of our trust. But here's the truth. The sweetest smile can hide the sharpest knife. I've seen in life and in business how people change when money, power, or opportunity is involved. Someone who once called you a friend can turn against you in a moment if it benefits them. That's why I always say, trust slowly, test deeply. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Let time and situations reveal who people really are. The problem is, most betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from those you allowed closest to you. Why? Because strangers don't have enough access to hurt you. Only someone inside your circle can truly harm you. That's why you must guard your circle like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. When you trust too easily, you give people the blueprint of how to hurt you. They know what matters to you. They know your dreams. They know your fears. And if their heart is not pure, they will use that information when the time comes. This is why the wise protect their trust like a treasure chest, locked, sealed, and only opened for the rare few who have proven they deserve it. So how do you know who deserves your trust? Watch how they treat you when you have nothing to offer. Watch how they speak about you when you are not in the room. Watch if they protect your name even when it's risky for them. Trust isn't about how someone acts when everything is fine. It's about how they act when things are falling apart. And remember, you're not being cold or selfish by protecting your trust. You're being smart. You can be kind, respectful, and polite to everyone, but you don't owe anyone access to your deepest self. In a world where loyalty is rare and betrayal is common, trust is not just a gift, it's a weapon in the wrong hands. So keep your trust limited, your eyes open, and your heart guarded, because the wrong person with your trust can destroy years of hard work in a moment. But the right person with your trust can help you build an empire. Choose wisely. Silence and privacy protect you more than you can ever imagine. In this noisy world, everyone wants to talk, to share, to show. People post every plan, every move, every success online for the world to see. But here's the truth. The more people know about you, the more control they have over you. And the moment you make your life an open book, you give both friends and enemies the chance to read your every chapter. And not everyone reading wants a happy ending for you. Some people are not waiting to support your dreams. They are waiting to sabotage them, and you make their job easy when you tell them everything. Your silence is not weakness, it's strategy. Your privacy is not secrecy, it's protection. Think about it. A seed grows best when it's underground, hidden from sight, protected from storms until it's strong enough to survive on its own. Your goals work the same way. When you keep your plans to yourself, you control the timing, the narrative, and the outcome. You give yourself the freedom to make mistakes, adjust, and grow without the pressure of public judgment. The fewer people who know, the fewer opinions and doubts you have to fight against. Sometimes it's not even direct hate that stops you. It's the silent discouragement from people who don't believe in your vision. Their words can plant seeds of doubt in your mind before your dream even has the chance to bloom. I've learned that in business and in life, the element of surprise is powerful. When people don't see your next move coming, they can't block it. But if they know your plan in advance, they have time to prepare against you. That's why some of the most successful people work quietly, letting results speak louder than their promises. You'll notice, the ones who talk the most often achieve the least, while the ones who move in silence often shock the world. And privacy isn't just about goals. It's about your personal life too. Not everyone should know your struggles, your weaknesses, or your fears. Some will pretend to care just to collect information they can use against you later. Keep your circle small, and even within that circle, keep certain things only between you and yourself. Silence is your shield. Privacy is your armor. In a world full of noise, the quiet mind and the unseen move are the most dangerous. Don't let the urge to impress people make you vulnerable. The more you keep private, the more power you keep in your own hands. So speak less, show less, and let success do the talking. Because when people can't predict your next step, they can't stop it. And in a world where trust is rare and envy is common, your silence might be the one thing keeping your dream alive. Loneliness is safer than fake company. And this is a truth most people don't understand until they've been betrayed. You see, we humans fear being alone. We crave companionship, laughter, and the feeling of belonging. But what we often forget is that being surrounded by the wrong people can destroy us faster than being alone ever could. Fake friends don't just waste your time. They can drain your energy, break your confidence, and even pull you off the path you've been working so hard to stay on. Think about it. When you walk alone, your steps may feel heavy, but at least you know where you're going. You control your direction. But when you walk with fake company, you're giving the steering wheel of your life to people who may secretly hope you crash. Their smiles hide jealousy, their encouragement hides manipulation, and their so-called advice is often designed to slow you down. I've seen people lose everything, not because they lacked talent or opportunity, but because they trusted the wrong crowd. Fake friends will never tell you the truth you need to hear. They'll tell you what keeps you comfortable and dependent on them. They will laugh with you in public and laugh at you in private. And the most dangerous part, sometimes you won't even realize it until the damage is done. When you're alone, you have space to think, to focus, to grow. Yes, it may feel quiet, and yes, there may be nights you wish you had someone to talk to, but that silence is a gift. In loneliness, you discover who you are without the influence of others. You learn to stand on your own 2 feet, to trust yourself, and to make decisions that align with your vision, not someone else's hidden agenda. Fake company, on the other hand, is like poison in small doses. At first, it doesn't seem harmful. You enjoy the laughs, the conversations, the feeling of friendship. But slowly, they plant seeds of doubt, discourage your dreams, and influence your choices in ways you don't notice. By the time you realize it, you've wasted months or even years walking in circles with people who never wanted you to reach your destination. So don't be afraid to walk alone. Don't force relationships just to avoid silence. Remember, peace is better than fake harmony, and solitude is better than fake loyalty. The right people will come at the right time. People who truly want to see you win. People who push you higher instead of pulling you down. Until then, protect your space. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Because here's the truth. It's better to eat alone in peace than to feast with snakes in disguise. Choose your company wisely, or choose no company at all. Your journey will be safer, your heart will be lighter, and your success will be stronger when it's built without the weight of fake friends pulling you back. Test friendship in hard times, because that's when masks fall off and the truth comes out. When life is easy, when money is flowing, when opportunities are endless, you will never truly know who is loyal to you. Everyone wants to be around you when the sun is shining, but it's the storms that reveal who's holding an umbrella for you and who's quietly walking away. In my life and business journey, I've seen this pattern again and again. When everything is going well, your phone is full of messages. People want to meet, to celebrate, to be part of your success. But the moment you fall into trouble, a financial loss, a public mistake, a personal crisis, the crowd begins to thin. Calls stop coming. Texts are seen but never answered. The people who once said, "I'm always here for you," suddenly become busy, distant, and hard to find. That's when you realize they were here for the good times, not for you. Hard times are life's loyalty test. They strip away the glitter and reveal the truth. A real friend doesn't need you to be strong to stand beside you. They'll hold you up when your knees are shaking. They don't care if you have nothing to offer. They become the offer. They don't protect your name only when you're present. They protect it when you're not even there to defend yourself. This is why I say don't rush to call someone a friend just because they've shared your happiness. Anyone can do that. Call them a friend only after they've shared your pain. See who stays when staying is uncomfortable. See who supports you when there's no reward for supporting you. Those people are rare, and if you find even one in your lifetime, protect them like treasure. The reality is, most people are seasonal. They're in your life for a chapter, not the whole book, and that's okay. But the ones who are still there when your story takes a dark turn, those are the ones worth writing into every chapter moving forward. So test your friendships, not by creating problems, but by observing who stands close when problems appear naturally. The day you lose everything, you'll see clearly who truly values you and who only valued what you had. And when you rebuild, because you will rebuild, you'll know exactly who deserves a seat at your table and who deserves to be left outside. Hard times are painful, but they're also the best filter life gives you. Let them do their work. Let them clean your circle. And when the storm passes, you'll be standing stronger, wiser, and surrounded only by the people who proved they are more than just sunshine friends. They are all-weather warriors. In the end, life is not about how many people you know. It's about how many people are truly with you. The journey will teach you that smiles can lie, attention can fade, trust can be broken, and company can be fake. But it will also teach you something even more valuable, that you are your own greatest protector, and that real loyalty is rare, precious, and worth guarding with everything you have. Remember the 6 truths we talked about. Not everyone smiling at you is your friend. People are often drawn to your value, not your personality. Trust is the most expensive gift you can give, so give it wisely. Silence and privacy are not signs of weakness. They are shields that protect your dreams. Loneliness is safer than fake company, and hard times are the only real test of friendship. If you live by these principles, you'll stop being surprised by betrayal and start being strengthened by it. You'll learn to stand tall even when you stand alone. You'll focus your energy on building yourself instead of pleasing people who don't deserve you. So be careful, but don't be afraid. Be kind, but don't be blind. Walk with people who prove they deserve the journey, and never hesitate to walk alone if you must. In this world, you cannot control who comes and goes, but you can control who you let close enough to matter. Because at the end of the day, real friends are not the ones who celebrate you when you're on top. They are the ones holding your hand when the world is trying to pull you down. And if you find even one person like that, you are richer than you can imagine. Protect that, live by that, and never forget. In life, you don't need everyone, you just need the right ones.